My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 32, Everyone's Internships. So this episode is called Everybody's Internships, but it's honestly all about Froppy's internship. I mean, it really doesn't talk about anyone else but her in this episode, and that's okay. It really is. This was a really interesting, cool anime-only filler type episode. It really worked, and I think it's a necessary filler episode because of how, just heavy everything has been lately. Dealing with, of course, the Hero Killer Stain arc and that tournament arc before that. I think it's a good little break, a good little cut-off point, and then, next week, of course, that's when things get serious again, it looks like. So yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it really worked. It was a good change of pace, a good change of tone, and a lot of action, surprisingly. I wasn't really sure what to expect from this episode. Now, I don't really know why it is called Everyone's Internships when it really is just Froppy's episode. This is her episode. It's what a lot of people have been waiting for, honestly, with some of that Froppy greatness. And it played out very nicely. I like the action that played out. I like seeing new villains. This weird octopus-looking guy. I thought he had a really cool design. Very different from other My Hero Academia characters, but he worked quite nicely, I think. And the animation of him when he was, pushing forward, when he was fighting Selkie, which I'll get to him in just a second, when he was fighting Selkie, I thought the animation was awesome. Of course, Bones always does, great work with this series, and I thought that the anime-only episode was kind of an interesting thing to put a lot of hard work into, and I think they're very proud of this episode, and I could definitely see it. This was definitely a very well-done type of filler episode. It wasn't just like some trash throwaway story. It really worked. It was simplistic. It's what filler should be. Just simplistic storylines of characters that we don't typically see in the original, source material, or, what's currently happening in the storyline. So I like that they're kind of just giving, fan service to other characters, although it's really just Froppy, to be honest. But it works. It really does. Anyway, I mentioned Selkie earlier. Selkie was, I don't know if he is in the manga later, or if this is an actual anime-only character. Comment down below if you have the answer for that. I'd love to know. But he was an awesome character, and if he is an anime-only character, well done. He was just, I don't know, I really liked him. He was just so goofy, such an oddball type of character. His quirk was really cool. How he was always trying to be cute for his fans and everything, I thought that was really cool. And how, Sirius, his sidekick, was always just making fun of him, and how Suyu was he is pretty cute. I like that. I like that kind of back and forth between those characters. There's a good interaction. I liked him as a captain who's very respectable, and he seemed very powerful. He seemed like he was pretty high up there. I know Endeavor and All Might are 2 and 1, in the hero charts or whatever, but I wonder where he is on the tier list, because he was pretty cool. He was pretty tough. He could even fight that dude blind with the ink in his eyes and everything. Then there's those other, I guess henchmen to the Octopus dude that honestly look kind of like Splatoon characters. They really did. They looked like Octolings fused with Inklings, fused with birds or something. They had beaks. They had a beak thing. I really don't know. They looked very, very odd. They look cool though, but they looked really odd, and I don't know how everyone has the same look. I don't know if that's a costume they're wearing. I have no clue. They're just wild looking. I have no clue, but they were really cool. They were taken out easy. They were scrubs. I like the question that Sirius asked Froppy in this episode, or it doesn't really, she kind of, presents this question do you know what it means to be a hero type of situation, and how she found the answer, and she's not going to give Froppy the answer. She needs to find that answer for herself, and that's something that a lot of heroes have been dealing with lately. It's something that of course Ida has been dealing with lately, when talking to, Stain and everything, when going through that alleyway scene, and realizing that he wasn't being heroic in that scene. And, that juxtaposed to this works really well. It's kind of like a theme that's going throughout the series. I'm glad that this filler episode continued that theme, because that's kind of been the identity of what's happening in the series, is what does being a hero really mean? I mean, Deku seems to have it down. I feel like he's the only character that really gets it. I think that all of the other characters really have a lot to learn. I mean, Deku has, the number one hero, he's under his wings, so obviously he gets it in a certain sense. But I think there's still more to that theme that's going to be playing throughout the series. I think that's something that a lot of characters need to learn, and I think it's something that Froppy is close to learning and understanding and getting a grasp of. And even earlier in the episode with Bakugo, him with the perfect genius or whatever, he really doesn't understand what it's like to be a hero, although he's kind of Perfect Genius is a little bit of a showboater. I'm pretty sure Hero Killer Stain would want to kill this guy for sure, but he does bring up some interesting points on how to be a hero, how to present yourself, and how Bakugo is basically like a villain type of character. I mean, he really is. I mean, I don't understand, like, he just has a really bad attitude, and I think that Perfect Genius is trying to get in and kind of like mess around with him and create this perfect image of him, but it's just really not going to happen at all. I don't think it is. I think that is the way Bakugo is. I don't think Bakugo is a villain. I don't think he ever will be a villain. But that's just the way he is. And the way he was talking to those fans of the Perfect Genius, I thought that was a really funny scene as well. Seeing Ochiko take out that dude, or, you know, the dude, Gunhead, I believe is his name, showing her how to, like, disarm a knife or whatever. That was a really cool scene. I really liked that. The animation was really good in that scene. And, yeah, this was a cool episode. I liked the monologue that Deku had. I liked how he was just in the hospital bed, how everyone kind of left and he's just there. This was a good kind of break point for the series, and I'm excited to see what next episode is really about. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it looks like we're going into the past of the One for All, which I am really excited about. Questions have been asked. I need some answers, so I'm really looking forward to that episode. But all in all, this was a good anime-only filler episode. I thought it worked quite nicely. The pacing was well done. I don't know, again, they could have called it like Froppy's Quest or something. They shouldn't have called it Everyone's Internships, because it really just like showed everyone's internships in like 4 minutes, and then the rest of the episode is just focused on Tsuyu. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but come on, don't false advertise it. Anyway, I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10. I thought it worked out quite nicely. I hope to see perhaps more of these types of episodes later on in Season 3. I think that it gives them a chance to kind of do more interesting things with some of the characters that don't really get, you know, their time in the sun. Like Tsuyu. Like, where's Mineta? We haven't seen Mineta in a long time, since like 4 episodes ago, I think. Let's get some light on Mineta. You know, all the other heroes I want to get some more details on, and kind of, you know, just see what they can do and everything. We haven't even seen some of these characters, you know, fight or go through, you know, types of hero situations. So I think that these filler episodes are a good chance to do that. And if you just sprinkle them in throughout a season, it works out quite nicely. It's not like, you know, overbearing, like, oh, a huge filler arc. It's just one little episode, kind of like a little break from everything serious, and I think it worked out quite nicely. Comment down below, give me your thoughts on this week's episode of My Hero Academia. What did you think of Froppy? What do you think of her quest for glory of being a hero? What do you think of Selkie? Is Selkie an only anime character? Let me know in the comments below. I greatly appreciate it. And hit that like button if you enjoyed anything that I had to talk about. And please be sure to subscribe for more My Hero Academia reviews. And again, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.